So we're going to talk about eyebrows now today, and one of the most important things to know about eyebrows is that they frame your face. I have not got my mascara or any eyeshadows on, and I just want to show you how just putting on the correct amount and correct shape eyebrow can just transform your face and draw you into the eyes. So the first thing that we're going to do is talk about the line that you should have for your eyebrow. The line for your eyebrow, because a lot of people overpluck. For some reason, people have a fetish about thick eyebrows, and thick eyebrows are gorgeous. So please don't overpluck. The way to know where to pluck is you take any small straight lined tool of any sort, hold it up against your nostril, okay? Anything in between the eyebrows, when you do that on each nostril, you're free to pluck. Not under the line, but in between. As you can see, mine are a little bit short, so I'm actually going to fill mine in a little bit to come in. It used to be that they said that you go from the inside of the eye, but it makes you too wide in here. If you see, if I do that, it's going to start to make you look wider and wider, whereas when you bring them in, you get a lot more shape. So please don't overpluck in that area. To know where to pluck, it's a really great idea to start doing this at the start to make sure you're not overplucking until you get used to the shape. This is an Anastasia Eye Lights Matte Buff. You can use any light eyeliner or anything, just as long as you get the contrast. That's what we're going for, is the contrast. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw a very straight line up. And then at the peak, I'm going to draw a straight line down. Not many people need to pluck at the top, so I'm not going to do that. But if you do have any strays that go between your hairline and your line here, then that's what you do want to pluck, okay? So that gives you the outline, and when you held up your other tool, you can just draw a line on the inside. That lets you know that that's the area that you can pluck, is the white area. Nothing inside the white area should you pluck at all. Alright? Then the other thing for grooming wise is, again, to take I just get these little disposable mascara brushes. They're great for brushing your eyebrows, and you can get them for free from any of the shops. So if you brush your eyebrows straight up in all directions, I'm going to get a little closer so you can kind of see what I'm doing here, because my eyebrows are very light. And then I'm going to take the scissors. You can get any little scissors. These are from Anastasia. Again, she's like the brow queen. And they last you a lifetime, so just get good ones. You can get them also in like nail department, little tiny scissors like these. So any that stick way up into that white line, I'll just trim the tops of them off, okay? Again, don't over trim. You need your eyebrows to give you a good line. That's only for people with really bushy eyebrows or just ones that get straggly long. I'm only going to do one eyebrow so that you can see the before and after. Right now I'm just going to blend that line in because I don't really, well, I'll do it later. I don't need it. As far as filling in your brows or plucking your brows, first with the plucking, there's two different types of tweezers, a needle nose tweezer and a slanted tweezer. The needle nose tweezer is, in my household, like what I use for everything. If my child gets a splinter, I don't get a lot of ingrown hairs, but this is perfect for people with really coarse that gets ingrown hairs. You can get ingrown hairs out. But for just your generic plucking, the slanted tweezer gives you the best grip because you have more pad to grip with. Make sure there's no oils on your face or on your tweezers so that you do get a good grip, and then always pull in the direction that the hair is growing, never away. So if the hair is growing at this angle, because it is, it's going to want to grow like that, then you're going to follow that same angle and then you're going to pull in that angle. Don't pull against it. You'll damage your skin, you'll get blood spots if you have thick skin. You can break the hair off, which then you're left with a tiny little thing that you're going to try and dig out with that and make a mess. So just gently, give a good firm squeeze and then pull in the direction, okay? That's the best way to tweeze. Never ever tweeze anything that's inside that white line. Now, for filling in the brows, you have choices. You can go powder or you can go liner. I do both. It just depends on your skin, it depends on finding a color that you like, and it also depends on your technique, how comfortable you are. For blondes, this is one of the best colors I've ever found in a liner for brows, and this is really inexpensive, boutique, from, I get it at Sally's Beauty Supply, and it's Natural Blonde, and it's just a boutique eyebrow pencil. It has a little brush, which I don't really care for because it's too stubby, but then you've got, and always use a sharp pencil when you're filling your brows. Do not use a blunt pencil. You will not get a good line. So again, take good care of your tools and use them properly. The other one that I really like is Elizabeth Arden does a beautiful blonde powder, and that's in my travel kit, so I'm not going to use that today. But this one I found while I was in America this time, Milani Brow Fix Work Kit, and it's fantastic, and it was so inexpensive. Inside you get the tools, the little mini tools, a little mini tweezer on the go, you get the highlighter, everything's in there, so fantastic. It comes in 2 different color ranges. Obviously I chose the lighter one for myself. So we're going to use that today, just to give you an idea that you don't have to spend a lot of money. Brush. The brush shape is very, very important if you're going to do powder on the brows. These are both slanted brushes. This one is by Sonia Kashuk, which you can get from Target. Don't worry about the color of the stick. She does all different season ones. This happens to be a season that she did a gold one. She does black. She does all different colors. This one is a Trish McEvoy. Again, lots of folks do them. I really like the Sonia Kashuk because it's a bit more puffy at the end, whereas if you look at the Trish McEvoy, it's a lot thinner. And I kind of like this puffiness, but you have to choose for yourself what you like. And they make great ways. I only use this for my eyebrows though. I don't mix and then go and put my eyeliner on with it. I'll use my Trish McEvoy one if I want to put a little eyeliner right in there and get a beautiful line. But again, don't mix your eyebrow brush as an eyeliner brush. I like to keep my brushes separate because then I know they're never dirty, and I'm not going to accidentally, having used purple eyeliner or something, start to get a little purple in my brow. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this lighter color, okay? And I'm just going to give you an idea when I say I fill in this area that is not long enough. That's all I do in a nice little straight line. Look at the angle of my brush. It's following the angle of the line that I'm going in. I'm not doing it straight up and down or up awkwardly like this or anything like that. It's straight, okay? We're trying to get a really crisp line. So first I'm going to fill in the crisp straight. I'm doing an exact straight line like this. I'm not doing any of these funny arches. I'm finding the front, I'm finding the peak, and I'm doing a straight line between those two. And a parallel line as well that gets just a little bit smaller because my brows taper. But you might have thick brows. You don't have to taper. Enjoy having a thick brow. Then I'm going to do another straight line, this angle. That's the exact straight line I'm going to do. I'm going to find the top of my peak, and then I'm going to pull it down. And that I'm not going to make it super thick because I want that to taper into a little fine point. Okay? So there's my filled in brow. Now I'm going to blend away the highlighter just so that you can see what it's starting to look like. If you use a white liner, you'll obviously have to remove it a little bit more, but the great thing about the Anastasia one is it really does just blend away. So you can start to see that my brow, I'm going to brush it a little bit, just to brush the... So you can see the difference this side to this side. The definition is completely different feeling. Now, if you want to use the darker one, the darker color, I'm just going to put a little bit of that on it, and I'm just going to fill in just a tiny bit more. This time, instead of going along that straight line, I want it to look the direction that my brows grow, so I'm just going to do a little tut tut tut. And I have a little bit of a fill-in area that I need to do right there, so I'm going to give it just a little more density just in there. And I like a nice crisp line at the side. Now, how dark you do them depends on, first of all, your natural hair color, and number two, how dramatic you're going for that day. Now, for a darker brow, I will definitely need eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara. But with that light color, I could totally get away with no mascara and just run out the door, and it's quite a natural look. But I look well groomed rather than just kind of left with no framing. So there you go. Enjoy your brows. We'll be doing more with brows. Thanks for watching.